Alrighty. Welcome back to Party Anime Review, episode number 15. We're here reviewing the 20th episode of the series, which is called Two Heroes. From what I can tell, reading the book, it adapts pretty much the rest of chapter 2 and goes through pretty much the entirety of chapter 3. As a matter of fact, the ending of chapter 3 is the end of the episode. Oh, by the way, there was more than I thought they did adapt from the previous episode. Yeah, there was a scene from a party that Van went to. That's from the previous chapter. So, what happens in this episode? We have two different things going on here. Well, in the case of Van, we see him walk around town with Todora, who's in disguise. And, of course, there are people. And then he goes to church, talk to children. And this lasts for a little while. Then he leaves and talks about, well, you should basically help a bit more. The fact he didn't complain, the fact also about blessings and stuff like that. It's all from the book. Pretty much basically all his pretty simple. In the case of what happens with the rest of the group, well, in the case of Red, Ruti, and Rit, they're just walking through the forest. Oh, by the way, they actually did heal. They were going to help her out last episode, which I think is kind of weird that they changed it from appendix thing to basically poison involving her neck. Okay, so also in the book, she's very hesitant to basically get this procedure done. In the anime, she seems very open to it, which kind of surprised the fact they changed this. So they mentioned, oh yeah, you help Kate, and of course these kids are training basically to improve their blessings if they have any, and Rahab trains them, and it helps one kid basically improve his hips, which if this was a full-grown adult, this would mean basically that if this was a guy doing this, basically this would be attention to basically for sexual harassment. But it's a girl doing it to a kid, it's fine. So, and then right after this, they're formed. Oh, there is this creature known as the Ogre King, which in the book it's Ogre Kin. Kind of weird they changed Ogre King, but whatever. So they've been getting close to the village, and then of course the three go, and of course they think they're weak. They think they're not really like, oh, you're just protected. Like, oh, don't worry, we'll handle this, no problem. And of course, Ruti shows how strong she is by how she swings the sword by shot, but basically slices out a bunch of leaves because she's that good. So they deal with the Ogre Kings pretty easily, mind you. Apparently, some know martial arts, magic. Some basically can wield weapons, which is something unusual for them. And after they're beaten, they of course basically go back to town. And of course, they ask thank you for dealing with the Ogre King. They're given a pot full of curry, which in the book it was said was their lunch. In the anime, it was their dinner. And then Mr. Crowley shows up, informs what happened in town, and the episode ends with Ruti proclaiming if Van does anything like to Tisa, he would not forget anybody ever hurting her best friend. Which, oh, by the way, the whole thing with Tissa, she basically invites us to go to a hot spring. She talks to the fairy about it, which she seemed very interested in. But this stuff was a good episode. Yep, so that's pretty much it for particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Next up, I'm going to go straight to this right now. I'm going to do case closed. And this is so I don't have to do 4 anime tomorrow. It would just be 3. Okay, see you next video. Bye.